Almajova, welcome. We are in Zhinvali. I'm not saying that name right, but we are at this largest man-made reservoir here in the country of Georgia. We are doing a whole tour of the north part of the country. If you've been following along, we've been seeing the southern part, the wine country, and now we're making our way up to the northern part. We are going to find some snow later on in the trip. This is probably the warmest it will be slash lack amount of snow. But yeah, we almost did not get onto this trip because so long story short, I was meeting at the metro station. I got onto the bus that I was supposed to get onto. I put my bag down and then I was like, I need to go to the toilet. I need to because I don't know how long it's going to be. So I went to the bathroom, and as I came back, I noticed that my bus was on its way. It was leaving, and I was freaking the flip out. Fortunately, they caught the bus before it left, and I was able to not only get on it, but get with my stuff again. So we only have a few more minutes here left. There's really not much to see. It is a reservoir at the end of the day. It reminds me a lot about Lake Shasta, which I don't think is technically a reservoir, but though it might be a bit dammed. It reminds me a lot because I'll show you guys over here. There's these kind of like bathtub rings that you see around here. So where the hills meet the water, and this is where basically all of the vegetation dies when the reservoir is full. I kind of thought that this would be a bit more full, but I think no matter where you are, whether that is California, Georgia, water levels are depleting everywhere. So it's kind of I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong about that. And anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of touristy places here to get trinkets, knickknacks, doo-wops and whatnot. I heard that the pomegranate juice is like 25, 30 lari, which is like damn near 11 bucks, which is way too expensive. It's just for a little cup too. You should only be paying around like 5, 10 lari, I think. But yeah. All right, let's get on going because the day has just begun. The vlog is just now commencing and we have a lot more to do today. Okay, but look at these cute angels, these little doggies. Oh,
You're seeing over here, by the way, on your right, that is still Zhinvali water reservoir. Fortress had the secret entrance to the river. They always had enough fish and water supply. And according to some historians, actually according to this one story, one time when the fortress was besieged, Georgian soldiers hung out fish out of the castle walls to show the enemy that, hey, you can wait here for however long you want, but we got plenty of fish over here. But those people did not know about the existence of the secret tunnel. They had no idea. So one day, the Tatars caught a lady.
we made it to our second location, Ananuri Fortress, which was was commissioned by a duke back in the 17th century. And this was not only just a fortress, but a religious place. This is the Georgian Orthodox Church. And I learned a tidbit of more information before I came back on here with you guys, that because the Soviet Union controlled Georgia for a long time and they were very anti-religion, a lot, if not most, of the frescoes in all of Georgian churches were whitewashed, they were lime scaled, and so completely destroyed. And unfortunately, this is the case for Ananuri. They tried after the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991 to restore, but it's very hard with the lime and everything because it just absorbs the paint and all. But this was a very important fortress here in the Caucasus. And actually right behind me is a little hidden exit and entryway that takes you all the way out to the river, or the reservoir, I should say. This was the only way in and that entrance was the only way in and out during attack that the people who were invading did not have any clue of. And so they were actually able to sustain themselves by retrieving water and fish. In fact, what they would do in times of invasion is that they would put on this wall, hang on this wall, a bunch of dead fish, just to show them that, just to show the invading forces that they could wait them out as long as it took. So, unfortunately, I'm wearing shorts right now, so I won't be able to go in. My tour guide didn't really say that that was going to be a problem, but there was a big sign at the front, and you know, I want to be respectful. Plus, I don't want to be yelled at. I'm already being very obnoxious walking around here with my lapel mic and selfie stick. But yeah, it's really windy out here, but the weather's actually quite temperate. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of a view. Wow, it's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really interesting, actually. I mean, I don't know what they're doing over there, but it looks like there's like a forklift or something like that. Just digging a bunch of trenches. So what it seems to be is this is the river, and then the river enters into the beginning part of the reservoir, which makes sense, right? If you don't have a river that feeds into the reservoir, how the fuck are you supposed to fill up the reservoir, you know? But yeah, we're gonna be here for a little, like another 20 more minutes. I wish I could say there's a lot more to see, but there's not so much here. Fortunately, a lot of age and Soviet misuse has really misshapen everything here. One thing that I can still tell you about is this here. It looks like a cross, doesn't it? You know, it has the T, but actually, if you notice over here, yeah, it looks like a cross, but actually it is a dual symbol. It is not only a cross. You see this spike down here? It is also a sword. I forget exactly what this is supposed to symbolize. I'd imagine the duality of faith and strength, and then you have the two religious figures here. Forgive me, I forget their names. One barefoot and one with shoes, showing the humility of God and stuff. Very beautiful. It's amazing that this has lasted as long as it has. Yeah, so let's get on to the next location, and I'm not going to tell you ahead of time. It is a surprise slash, again, I am so bad with these Georgian names that I want to hear it a few times more before, you know, I tell you guys. And if I'm not going to be able to tell you guys, I'm just going to put it down here, somewhere here. Well, not right here, because we're not there yet, but you know. Can you tell that I'm a bit hungry? I've not had any breakfast, kind of going on an empty stomach today because last night I accidentally poisoned myself. I ordered stir fry and it had soy in it, unsurprisingly, but it meant that I had a really bad night and definitely did not have any appetite whatsoever to eat this morning. So we are going to have a lunch in about an hour or so. That is, I'm having steak. I'm having beef steak with some olives. So hopefully we can keep that down, and hopefully there won't be any walnuts. Again, I poisoned myself the other day twice within 2 hours eating walnuts. Damn near needed an EpiPen. But of course I don't have an EpiPen. Anyway, I digress. Let's get on to the next location. Okay guys, so I'm gonna place you right here because I have to show you what I just got. So basically, a long time ago, there was this artist that made this print called The Fisherman, and it's very self-explanatory. It's what you think of when you think of The Fisherman. Oops, it's backwards. This print. I don't know, I've seen it everywhere. I've seen it on signs. It's definitely been mass replicated, mass produced. Intellectual property, who's that? We don't know her. But it's a pretty cool shirt, and I think it'd just be nice to add to my travel collection. Now it's a very large one. It's a 3XL, but you know, you kind of have to go for that size when you're in the rest of the world outside of the UK and definitely outside of the US. So it's going to be one of my Georgian shirt. This is my Armenian shirt, despite it, you know, being in Russian. And if you guys don't know, it literally just translates to the law is here. And yeah, so now I have something else. And I also needed another t-shirt anyway, but let's go. Oh, quickly, and if anyone was wondering how much I paid for that t-shirt, it was 50 gel, which is just under 15 bucks. I know I could have argued a bit lower, but like, bro, like I couldn't even get a 15-buck t-shirt at Walmart these days, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm fine paying the extra few bucks more than what I could have. Like, these people at the end of the day, they're just hustling, trying to make money. And, you know, it's something that I wanted anyway. So just paying shy under 15 bucks ain't nothing but a thing.
Well, yeah, that was our main destination.
So guys, I actually don't know the name of this town. It's so small, so minuscule that it may not even have like a real sign when you enter this town. I certainly didn't notice it, but at the same time, I was busy talking to this lovely Canadian couple from Nova Scotia, I believe, just connecting on our French heritage or mutual francophone roots and stuff. But the lunch was all right. I had beef steak, which is really not that good. I'm sorry guys, but no steak outside of Texas has done it for me. Has like hit my taste buds, smacked them up, down, left, right, center, like in Texas. It was kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it was like 37 gel, which was like damn near $10, right? So what you gonna do? We have about like 45 more minutes. I kind of ate fast. Sasha food was already prepared for us. So I'm just gonna be hanging around here, this water. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll catch you guys when we're at our next attraction. Yeah. All right, so I had fucked up, guys. So basically, before we were leaving, I was like, I want to get some coffee just to like liven me up, good for my digestion. And I said double espresso, and she was like, 2 double espressos. And I just said, yeah. So now I have 2 espressos, which, you know what, is kind of fine because I'm not gonna act like I haven't had more than this amount of coffee just the other day. So I will be drinking both of these myself. I tried giving them away to someone else, the French Canadian couple, but you know, they already had a cappuccino. So what can I say? I'm a coffee fiend. At least we know that your boy is going to be caffeinated, ecstatic, and enthusiastic. We're not even halfway. It is getting cold enough that I am gonna put on pants at our next stop for sure, because I've heard there's still snow. Rumor has it there's still snow. Can you believe I haven't even had a sip yet? That is shit, but what can I expect, right? It's made out of one of those like machines type shit. Anyway, I'm just gonna try stomaching this, and I will see you when we get to our next location. Cheers. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. No.
You guys have no idea how happy I am because, I mean, normally I love foggy weather because I think the fog and the clouds add this like to the mountains. But when people come to Georgia for the first time, they want to experience the clear view and the landscape and the mountains. So we're for sure very lucky today. I'm very happy about that. 1783 is the date or the year when Georgian monarchy had made a treaty with the Russian Empire. And yeah, by the way, I would appreciate
Pretty cool, right? We are at the Friendship Monument between Georgia and Russia. This is created by the Soviet Union as a way to commemorate the friendship. And what I learned from the tour guide was, I'm not going to explain everything that you see here. You should come here for yourself, check it out, learn for yourself. But what's really interesting is This woman, who is the largest woman that you see in the memorial, the monument, was originally designed by the Soviets to be Mother Russia, but if you notice, she has brown hair, which means she's brunette, which means most Georgians are actually more of a brunette hair color rather than a goldish yellow, blonde, orange hair color. So you'll see most of the figures on the Russian side as having blonde or orange hair, and then you'll see most of the people on the Georgian side having brown, brunette hair. And so this is obviously, we're in Georgia, we're on Georgian soil, so having a conqueror create a monument about their friendship and then put themselves as the dominant, it was a no-go. So actually, this is Mother Georgia, and the child is most likely Russia. I thought that was really interesting. But enough of the history lessons. We are at the most scenic place in the country, and I just want to show you guys the view. Golly, look at that view. And down here, I forget the name of this lake, but I think it's the Eye of the Earth or something like that. But look at this. We could literally be in the Swiss Alps here. And it's such a clear day. Wow. All this. It's incredible. I wasn't quite sure what I was expecting when I came up here, but I'm really glad I did. So when I'm on these tours, I try not to, well, it just slipped right there. So when I'm on these tours, I try not to show too much of what we're learning from the tour guide because, you know, this is their livelihood. And I want to encourage everyone that has the opportunity to come to Georgia to be able to experience everything in real time well, there we go. It's so difficult walking on melting snow. To be able to, you know, enjoy it firsthand and not have spoilers, because as much as these videos are great for entertaining and seeing parts of the world that most people probably will never be able to get to, I don't want to take away from the magic. However, I was wanting to actually show more of what was being said about the Friendship Monument because I thought it was the most interesting leg of the journey so far. However, I was asked not to, and I respect that because I understand the political dynamics here. So you'll just have to come here yourself and get your firsthand experience of what it's like to be out here in the Georgian mountains. Okay, so we are currently traversing the highest peak of Georgia. Right behind me over here is literally the tallest peak in Georgia. And currently we are making our way up towards the tallest church in all of Georgia. Definitely one of the tallest churches in the world. So I'm just gonna take you guys up here and we're just gonna have an epic view of everything. But yeah, right here, right there, that's the tallest peak. I don't remember off the top of my head what it is because she uses the metric system as normal people would outside of America, but I will put it down here and that's how tall it is. All right, so we have to do a little duck and tuck, but it's all right. It's what we train for. Now we're coming over here, and down below is a town, the city, and when I tell you guys it's like the Swiss Alps, It truly is. I mean, look at that view. Stunning. All right, I'll make this quick because I don't want to bore you and guys. And this is definitely not a time-lapse video, but let's see if we can get to the other side of this church. It is actually, it's not too chilly out here. If it was windy, if it was way more windy, I think it would be a different story. But yeah, wow, look crazy. So that's where we parked. And then up there, my hand is not straight, but over there, yeah, that's the tallest peak. As I said, there's a church. Let's see if we can't see what's inside the church and get a better grasp. But the tallest, the highest church here in the country of Georgia, or as the locals say, Georgia. Well, I'm just cheesing. So, actually, I thought this was going to be the entrance. No, it's just a little bit of a shrine to the Virgin Mary and Jesus. Maybe around the corner here. Yes, here, you see. All right, so it says pants, good. Nothing about sunglasses, but I think I will take these off because I don't necessarily particularly need them. So let's go inside. Alright guys, so that's it on our Caucasus journey up in the North Caucasus of Georgia. Landing here at Kazbegi. It was a whirlwind just to get up here. I hope that we have a safe trip down. The driver is definitely doing a lot of Hail Marys, crosses and stuff, so I feel well protected, and we have a little bit of the Virgin Mary on the dashboard, so it should be all right on our way back. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like more, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm just building this up as a hobby as I traverse from, you know, Western Europe throughout the East. And so stay tuned, because in a few weeks we will be not only leaving the Caucasus region, leaving Georgia, but we are going to be headed towards Thailand. So it's going to be a completely different speed, different weather. You know, as the snow is melting here, I can already feel the warm sunlight and the tropical beaches of Thailand in the future. So if that sounds something interesting to you and that you'd want to follow along with, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, stay safe, peace and love, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye. So we're out here. Damn. Been waiting for 45 minutes. Gonna wait for damn near 45 more. But look, I don't know if you can see it. There's a rainbow. What the fuck? It's awesome, right?